This is the roster platform, the web admin console for a participant resolution agent. Everything you need to model who handles what, connect it to your directory, and watch it run lives behind one left-hand nav. What you see depends on your role. Admins get the full picture, project owners see their projects, members see only their own activity. The dashboard is the operational readout. Admins see 4 headline numbers: total resolve requests, resolution rate, projects and participants, plus trend charts for request volume and success rate over the last 7, 30, or 90 days. Below that, top categories ranks your busiest labels by volume and resolution rate, so you can spot where routing is heavy and where quality is weak. Members get a lighter version of this page scoped to just what they can see. The data model starts with projects. A project is the context for a body of work. It has its own participants, its own request history, and its own status. Status controls whether the project is visible and whether the resolver will route to it, draft, test, live, or archived. Every project also has an owner. Inside a project, participants are the roles that handle work: a reviewer, an approver, a vendor contact, never hard-coded names. Each carries labels and typed metadata, like an approval limit. That metadata is what makes resolution precise. When a request names an amount, roster picks the lowest scope participant that covers it. Labels are reusable, global, colored tags, not namespace to any one project. They classify participants, give the resolver a controlled vocabulary to match against, and power the dashboard's top categories. Delegations handle coverage without touching your directory. A delegation is a runtime overlay. One person hands off their membership in a single participant role or in every role they hold to a stand-in, open-ended, or for a set window. Status moves through upcoming, active, expired, or revoked, and routing reverts on its own. Roster maps those roles to real people through your directory. The connectors screen manages the 6 sources: Microsoft Entra ID, Okta, Google Workspace, Workday, LDAP or Active Directory, and CSV. Directory record shows what's actually cached: the users, groups, org units, roles, or external emails you've selected. Roster never stores your whole directory and never writes back to it. Resolve requests is the history browser and the audit trail. Every request shows the query, who asked, the result, the mode, the project, how many participants and users came back, and the latency. Open any one and a details drawer breaks it down: matched participants, resolved users, confidence, and the full request context. Test mode lets you dry run routing changes before they go live, and PII settings can redact sensitive fields right here. Identity and access is where admin really lives. Roster recognizes 3 kinds of actor: team members, your humans, AI agents, non-human identities that can both ask and be resolved, and service accounts for automation. Each is a first-class identity that owns its work and shows up in the audit trail. Any identity can hold scoped API keys. You mint them per integration and keep them to the minimum access needed. Identity providers configures how humans sign in, roster auth plus SSO, and whether anyone authenticated can enter or only invited team members. 2 admin-only observability screens give you the trail agentic workflows usually lack. Model runs logs every LLM call the resolver makes: agent, model, status, tokens, cost, payloads, even tool calls. Audit events records who did what across the whole platform, from logins to settings changes by event family. Settings is the deployment-wide control panel, admin only. Under agents, you tune the resolver itself: provider, model, reasoning effort, max tokens, even per token cost, because the model is yours to choose. Before you wire roster into an agent over MCP, CLI, or REST, try it first. That's playground. Type a question in plain language, scope it to a project, run it in test mode, no live audit impact. You get an answer, plus the full trace, every function call the resolver made, right there. No black box. The rest of settings is governance: team member access and invite delivery, rate limits across HTTP, API, and resolve calls, data retention windows per stream, and per field PTI redaction across audit events, model runs, and resolve results. This is the compliance story, all in one place. That's the roster platform. One console to model the work, connect your directory, resolve who should act, and govern every bit of it, with the same answers reachable from the API, CLI, and MCP for your agents. Agents know how. Roster resolves who. Start for free at rosterresolve.ai.